Subaru's compact SUV has always been a pretty unique breed, famous for its great mix of capabilities, practicality, and overall versatility. But the Japanese automaker has just pushed the boundaries even more, making it better than ever, with the most capable off-roader we've seen yet. An electrified powertrain and all other changes that may seem subtle but actually make a big difference. Stay with us because the all-new 2026 Subaru Forester disrupts the auto market, and you don't want to miss all the amazing novelties it brings. Wilderness is back. The Wilderness is back, and that's the biggest news for the 2026 Subaru Forester because it's the version that maximizes Forester's outdoor potential with various off-road upgrades, not just over the standard Forester, but over the previous generation Wilderness as well. For example, the ground clearance has been further increased to 9.3 inches, 0.6 inches more than the standard model and 0.1 inches over the previous generation Wilderness. Also, there are new tires that still ride on 17-inch rims, but are wider. Another important upgrade is the new transmission cooler, which keeps things cooler during off-roading and also improves towing capacity to 3,500 pounds. Another very interesting addition is a new temperature sensor on the rear differential, which notifies you when it's time for a stop and a cool down. Just like the standard model, the Wilderness comes with CVT, but this one features a shorter final drive ratio, so there's a low-speed crawl mode. The locking center differential has been upgraded as well, just like the famous X mode. We already talked about the ground clearance. Other important off-road metrics are spot on as well. The approach angle, for example, is 23.5 degrees, 4.5 degrees over the standard model. The breakover angle goes from 19.5 to 21 degrees, and the departure angle from 24.6 to 25.5 degrees. Altogether, these are respectable ratings for the class. Once again, the Wilderness stands out with exclusive styling details like the body cladding, hexagonal LED fog lights, and anodized copper accents on the front and rear bumpers. On the inside, StarTex leather is standard and ensures durability, while you may also count on the larger 11.6-inch screen and lots of Wilderness-specific badges and graphics around the cabin. Efficient hybrid powertrain. For years, the Forester has been considered one of the most versatile compact SUVs in the class. What separated it from being considered an absolute leader was the lack of an electrified powertrain, which has become pretty much a must these days. Finally, that's been sorted out as well. The Subaru Forester is now also available with a hybrid powertrain, more powerful and more efficient than a standard gas-only option. The new system is a parallel hybrid with a 1.1 kilowatt battery, 2 electric motors, and a gas engine. One of the motors acts as a generator, while the other is a traction motor. The total system output goes up to 194 horsepower, which makes it the most powerful Forester on offer. But extra power isn't the only benefit this system brings. It's also more efficient than the gas version, with the ability to return around 35 miles per gallon combined. It's not exactly on the RAV4 level, but let's not neglect that this one, although hybrid, still features a genuine all-wheel drive system. Most rivals feature additional electric motors rather than having a mechanical connection with the opposite axle. So it's pretty clear that Subaru's system is way superior when it comes to traction and off-road potential in general. Besides the new hybrid powertrain, the 2026 Subaru Forester also continues with the familiar gas-only version with the 2.5-liter flat 4 that puts out around 180 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. That one also comes coupled with a CVT and offers a pretty decent fuel economy of around 26 mpg city and 33 mpg highway. Interior: stylish and practical. Back in the day, Subaru is known as an automaker that made quality cars but didn't put much focus on interior design, particularly its aesthetics. Today, things are much different, and models like Forester look pretty impressive from the inside. The aesthetics are really nice, while we particularly like the selection of materials, which offers a nice balance between luxury and durability. All that is complemented by a generous offer of tech features, including the available 11.6-inch infotainment screen and other modern-day necessities. But that's just one part of the story. Besides quality and style, the Forester also stands out with practicality. In this aspect, it's one of the best models in the class. The seats are reasonably comfortable, while the amount of space both in front and in the second row is pretty generous for the class. Traditionally, the Forester comes with less glass surfaces that ensure excellent visibility in all directions, and that's the case with the current model as well. The cargo area is pretty generous too, with nearly 30 cubic feet behind the second row and a pretty impressive 74.4 cubic feet of total cargo volume. But things don't stop there. The Forester's cabin is also full of small storage compartments, cup holders, and other practical details that make everyday rides far more convenient. Tech features. With the recent redesign, the Forester got a whole set of the latest tech features, and the 2026 model continues to impress, as even the entry-level models are loaded pretty well. With the cheapest Forester, you get dual 7-inch touchscreens, wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Bluetooth, satellite radio, HD radio, remote keyless entry, and much more. Of course, there is much more to get in upper trims, starting from the large 11.6-inch infotainment screen, wireless smartphone integration, wireless charging, additional USB ports, Wi-Fi hotspot, premium Harman Kardon sound system, TomTom navigation, and many more. The Forester's infotainment system comes with many valuable features, but if we are to be completely honest, the touch response can sometimes be sluggish, and many rivals have the edge when it comes to menu navigation and intuitiveness. On the other hand, the aspect where the Forester doesn't lag behind the competition, but actually seems ahead of most of its classmates, is advanced safety and driver assist features. Entry-level models already come standard with adaptive cruise control, forward attention warning, evasive steering, automatic emergency braking, forward collision warning, lane departure warning, lane centering assist, lane keep assist, pedestrian detection, rear view camera, and rear seat alert. There is more offered as options. Things like blind spot monitoring, emergency stop assist, lane change assist, rear cross traffic alert, reverse automatic emergency braking, surround view camera, and many more features that make it pretty legal to call this SUV a safety powerhouse. Excellent ride quality. The aspect of Forester's design that often gets neglected is the ride quality. With its excellent all-wheel drive system, this SUV is usually seen as a perfect outdoor vehicle, but the thing is that it's equally impressive on the road, and that has a lot to do with the way this SUV is constructed. The 2026 Subaru Forester features a pretty soft suspension setup that helps it absorb road imperfections with style. But does that make it not particularly engaging to drive? Not at all. It's quite the opposite. What characterizes all Subaru models is not just that super grippy all-wheel drive system, but a low center of gravity as well. Subarus are powered by Boxer engines, which are placed much lower compared to the common inline-4 engines. In that way, the Forester has a notably lower center of gravity than any of its classmates, which allows it to minimize body roll and offer athletic handling even with such a soft suspension setup, and probably the highest ground clearance in the class. Add to that the symmetric all-wheel drive, famous for the equal length of half axles and ideal distribution. As a result, the Forester is not just great off the road and excellent on slippery surfaces, but also pretty engaging on the road, which makes it one of a kind and pretty much the most versatile compact SUV around. Pricing. As we mentioned a few moments before, even the most basic Forester comes equipped fairly well, especially when it comes to tech and safety features. That trim, simply called Base, is also quite affordable, with a price tag under $30,000. The premium trim is next in the lineup, and even though it unlocks most of the optional tech features, including the larger infotainment screen, it remains reasonably priced and starts at around $32,000. The Sport trim starts at $34,500, and it is a perfect option for anyone looking for a more unique aesthetic. 19-inch bronze wheels, gloss black front grille, bronze accented badges, and chrome side accents. Those are just some of the exclusive features this one comes with. On the inside, it stands out with gray synthetic leather with brown stitching, a dark gray dash panel, and a bronze steering wheel insert. With a price around $36,000, the limited trim stands as one of the most luxurious variants of Forester, with goodies like genuine leather upholstery, 18-inch alloy wheels, an 8-inch power-adjustable passenger seat, perforated leather, blue contrast stitching, and much more. The reviewed Wilderness starts at around $37,000, while the range-topping Touring starts at around $40,000. For that kind of money, you get a Forester equipped with 19-inch wheels, rear chrome badging, surround view camera, memory settings, ventilated seats, perforated leather upholstery with suede bolsters, and several more luxury features. As for tech features, this model also comes with a Subaru Starlink 11.6-inch multimedia navigation system and premium Harman Kardon audio system, as well as a few more driver assistant features like driver-focused distraction mitigation and reverse automatic emergency braking. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.